What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. This is serious. Wow, what the fuck?
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
This is a call for 100,000 black men to lead this historic wave of economic empowerment, ensuring the enduring prosperity of black American families by adopting the 3 crucial steps to leading lasting change: separation, organization, and commitment.
In war. Bruh, uncovering the truth. Breaking through the silent holding of information. Willing to fight for our own people. Amen, say man, this is war. And with war, you need knowledge. Bruh, this was never ever gonna be sweet. This was never gonna be sweet. The truth was gonna come out sooner than later. They can't rewash and rewrite history. As we start uncovering the truth of who we are as people, Hebrew Israelites, the war continues forever. Gang, we getting all our shit back, everything that they stole from us, everything they rewrote and washed. They didn't want to destroy all the information because they knew they couldn't. When the world was reset, when the white people came in and changed the whole world up, ain't that crazy? They changed up who we was as people when we first came in. They changed up our history of who we grew up to be. They changed up the history after that, and they changing up the history now. But it was always some real people that kept the commandments of Yahweh and the rules. As the rain of fire rained down, and people start seeing that this whole world has been an illusion, and that who we are as people will unlock the key to who our Creator is. Now we know God is black. Jesus is black. Now we know the angels are black. But they had different forms of angels. You know what I'm saying? They had different forms of angels. They had regular looking angels and they had crazy looking angels. You know what I'm saying? Our DNA is before time was even created. We got the strongest, most current, oldest DNA of black people to exist. We created fighting. We know what tools are. We create the battle of how to win. And they can't never take that strategy, brain effort away from us. When you've been knowing that it was something deeper to your people, it's going to always come to who we are as people. They can't hide that. You know what I'm saying? They can't take away how we fight as people. They can make us forget, but we can't forget forever. You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh wake the people up to who the truth, to what the truth is, you can never go back to the same person or who you are. We're going to fight. And we're going to war. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool when they go to war for what they believe in and what they say is right. But then when us as the people, the Hebrew Israelites, the black people, start waking up to who we are and who our DNA people are, and the truth of they can't hide and copy it and destroy our information. Now we the people we the biggest threat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in America, the Indians was black. The Mexicans was black. The Jews were black. Chinese were black. The Australians were black. Everybody was black. You know what I'm saying? If you read the Bible, man, the only people who had any type of white skin on their body, they had leprosy. They had a disease. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes back to show you that ain't no damn way if everybody in the whole world was black and everybody who created most of everything on the earth was black, how can you just change and say this and that? That's why I try to tell y'all niggas, man, that the elites who run this shit is covering up and rewriting the history. They got billions of dollars to do it. But people don't understand it. For them to get these billions of dollars, they had to take out, destroy, and rewrite to become billionaires. They took our money on and who we was as people to become the billionaires and kings, false kings of the earth. And when you're a real king and got that real power, you don't have to say nothing. You don't have to do all this goofy ass shit to show that you're a king. The world, the earth, everything gonna speak to you as you are the king. it's a different power between a real king and a prop king. A real king don't need materials, don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? We just need the blessings from God, our heritage, our lineage, and we already know who we is as people. These motherfuckers, they need to destroy and kill everybody in the world and still won't feel like they the king. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they've been distracting us. You get what I'm saying, gang? Yes, we do need to look in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Because God gonna show us a bunch of signs in the sky. And that's a fact. We gonna learn out who God is. We gonna see the signs of when God coming. How Yeshua, you know what I'm saying? The signs, all that. But the thing that they don't want us to realize that it's a lot of stuff in the earth that's gonna help us become closer to the people who we supposed to be. They try to say, oh, let's go to Mars. Let's go to Saturn. Let's go to this and this. Bruh, our people, ancient people, already fucking knew, what the world was and looked like. This is so crazy, bruh. If y'all look back at the people who was in the Bible, or just like ancient Egyptians or ancient, like real African text people, these niggas were smarter than the average motherfucker on earth. Like, bruh, we got dumbass motherfuckers who would never understand anything. And then we got people who was BC, who was like old as fuck, who knew way more about the earth, way more about anything. I mean, anything. Than what these average motherfuckers who don't know a damn thing about anything. So it just goes to show you, these people was more advanced than who we really was. So if we ever looked into the sea, into the dirt, and just actually looked, we would be able to find the truth more than we would ever be able to find in the stars, because we can't leave Earth. You know what I'm saying? God made to where we can't leave. God is real. People don't understand. God can move clouds. God can create something out of nothing. He can be invisible one time and be uninvisible the next time. Do y'all not know these are powers? These are not technology. This is not super high tech and advanced technology. This is literally heaven sent powers. These are heaven powers. These are supernatural powers that are way more advanced, in tune, and more advanced than the advanced shit that we got. You know what I'm saying? They know certain things that we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? The older people. And when we start waking up and start breaking through the traps that they try to put us in to keep us in control so we won't ask questions, that's why we need this war. And that's why we're going to war. Because it's a lot of shit that they don't want to show us. It's a lot of stuff that they don't want to even put us in the same vicinity as. But they know it. You know what I'm saying? They've been knowing half the shit. But they try to like rewrite it and put in clips by clips so we won't understand it. People wonder, damn, why all this information is coming out? Why all this is happening now? Because they know that their time is up. Us Hebrew Israelites are waking up to the truth, and they know they can't hide it forever. So they think that, okay, if we just give it out this and this part by part, they won't be so mad, or God won't be so mad when that time comes. A lot of people are already cooked. You know what I'm saying? When they seen the images, because y'all don't think that these Edomites, these Gentiles don't be getting dreams from the Most High? They most definitely do. But a lot of these motherfuckers ignore them. They ignore the truth because they don't want to lose up the power. They don't want to lose the billionaires. So they pick the devil's side. They already cooked. You know what I'm saying? As we start seeing that God, Yahweh, has put us together so molecular to a T, to where these motherfuckers could never ever be on our level. That's what people don't understand. Us black people, we was made from God, Yahweh. These people was made from fallen angels and humans. That's the difference between us and them. We are made from God. These people are made from fallen angels and humans. And no matter what they do, they ain't gonna be able to keep us from rising. Because every day God is giving us the strength, the power, the confidence to move ahead. And when we go to war with these people, which we already in war, and more people start waking up to the truth of who we are as people, they won't be able to keep us down. Our time to take over the world as a whole people is near. People try to do everything to discredit us black people. They try to say, oh yeah, well you're made with animals. That's a lie. We found out we don't even have no animal in us. They said we didn't have no history. That was a lie. We are the history. They said we had no intellect. That was a lie. Crip, we are the intellect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't believe nothing these white people have to say about us or our history. We gotta do our own research. Because they don't give us the stuff that they want us to know. Everything that was meant for us to make us look good was made to look bad. They try to make our ancestors look bad. They try to make our spiritual powers look bad. They mad because they ain't got no spiritual powers. All they got is motherfucking dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So, the knowledge our church wants to find. The war is gonna wake us up even more. The war is gonna tell us what to do and how to control the war. Don't fall for the fake, because you gonna know what's real and what's not real, because you gonna feel it in your gut. You know what I'm saying? You gonna feel it in your gut, which I already knew. From a kid, man, it's like, I don't know, bruh. It's like, bruh, ain't nothing these motherfuckers ever told me made sense. Like, I'm literally a little kid in class reading this shit of what they try to tell us our history was, and I'm reading it. I'm like, bruh, y'all telling us all about this goofy ass shit, but why does it start as we're coming to America? Where does the rest begin? We just don't wake up one day and we born into chains. Bitch, it took something for us to get to chains. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they want us to know. And I always knew as a kid, every time the teacher started teaching this bullshit, I'm like, okay, it's real nice and funny, but where is everything else at? Y'all can't just start at one point and be like, well, this is where it started. Not for us. You know what I'm saying? But then they had everything of what their history was. But as we learned, everything about them was lie. They stole everything. Who the kings was of Europe. All the kings since the 16th, before the 16th, after 1600, was all black. Everybody was black. Do you not understand what I'm saying? Everybody in the world was black before the 1600s. These motherfuckers just popped up out of nowhere and took control. That's why we as people, we look into who we are as people, and to how do we get here, it's gonna speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? And they can't do nothing about it because our genetics gonna speak for itself. No matter their lives, they spread. War gonna stay warring. We continue waking up. We continue to uncover the truth and continue to call out this bullshit and continue to flank these niggas and destroy them. They can't just take us out or take anybody out acting like they just doing some shit when these motherfuckers been the whole time oppressing everybody, taking out everybody. They wonder who's the motherfucker in the world who is causing so much chaos. It's y'all white motherfuckers. Y'all been fucking us up. And y'all looking to kill everybody else, but y'all look in the mirror to say, wait, y'all might be the ones who fucking everybody up. And us black people are the real people, the real heroes. But people gonna wake up to the truth soon, and we out this bitch hood and outside beat crip gang.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.